Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my previous subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to be hosting a 1,000 video celebration here on the channel. So thank you for coming to support us and our community. And in return for you guys, I'm going to be hosting a special personal live reading event here right now. It's going to be about an hour long, won't be too long. So if you have any questions related to your personal life, just go ahead and pop that into the live chat right now. Now, I do want to keep in mind for you as well, this video is for entertainment, for educational purposes only as well. I'm not going to be entertaining medical questions related to like somebody's health. I always seem to get those wrong. And also financial, just keep in mind that anything in terms of finances, it is just for entertainment and I'm not legally liable for anything I do or say. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's begin. And I hate long intros, and so do you. Hello, Mika. How are you, my love? Hello, Dennis. Okay, so let me just see if I can pull out a deck for the collective while we're waiting for you guys to pop in. What messages do the audience right now need to know? Ooh, okay, let's use this one. We're going to be using this specific deck. It's called Whisper of the Soul. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what messages we have for you. Whisper of the Soul. All right, so Spirit Angels tell me, for this collective that's watching us, for the general mindset, whatever they are seeing us, whether they see us years from now or right in the moment, what message do they need to know right this very second? And then we will be doing a political live video after this. Okay. Interesting. It's been exactly what I've been emulating. A lot of you guys have been on your healing path. A lot of you have been on your healing journey. We have two cards that are in the color green. This symbolizes the heart chakra. This card symbolizes the solar plexus. And this card symbolizes the root chakra mixed with the crown chakra, your understanding of things. So here what I'm seeing for the collective that's watching this specific video, you are now breaking free from what has held you back. And what I'm saying, I'm going to say this a little bit more literally speaking. This is in regards to finances, really more so. It's regards to finances and how you view the world around you and how you perceive those within your community, those within your immediate surrounding. The breaking free is that paradigm, the understanding that you have shifted away from those who once dominated their control over you, whether that is in relation to how they perceive the world and how you perceive your world through their lens. But now you have broken free, and now you are a person who is separate from everybody else. I'm not saying that you ignore everybody, but you are more in tune with your individuality and you embrace that side of you. That's why the break free card is here. And I'm not saying that you need to break free, you've already done it. You have a sense of knowing, internal knowing exactly who you are and what you are. Because here it is, it's going to be followed with your abundance. You are now starting to receive abundance. And it's not necessarily in the form of money, it could be, but I don't think it is. I think it's in the abundance level of like a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Abundance doesn't have to be physical, doesn't have to be materialistic. It could be in other ways. It could be memories being made. It could be experiences, traveling. It could be just getting to know somebody, having social interaction. Maybe your health goes from really crappy to being really good. That's an abundance of health. Abundance is coming for you guys, and you are already starting to experience that now, actually. I'm getting that. Now you start to shift away from that abundant mindset and having this more stability grounding. You start to move towards like when you have so much. I'm seeing 11:10 on the clock right now. So if that is a time that you've been seeing or a number sequence you've been seeing, it is a message for you. The community card is telling me that when you have all this abundance, when you start to finally experience life at its fullness, the community card is telling you to give back to your community, to give back to somebody else who needs similar things. So I want you to go out in the universe right now, whether you're going to a grocery store, whether you're shopping, and you notice that young version of you, that person on the line, or somebody who just acting the way you used to act. Help them. Give them a little guidance. Maybe give them a little advice. You say, I wouldn't recommend that. Maybe try this one instead. Chat up with them. Talk with them. I'm also seeing 444 on the clock right now. But the community thing is, as you start to receive more good things in your life, you need to start giving that back into the community. Give back to the versions of you that other people are in the right now. So what I'm trying to say is a little bit more cleanly is that other people who are in your stage, in your past, who were hurting, who were damaged the way that you were, this is a sign for you to be able to go out there and to help them, to help the version of you, be the person that you wish could have helped you. And the last card here is healing. I don't think a lot of you guys need to do any more healing. I think you did it. I think you finished your healing journey. You have completed the cycle. You overcome that. And by helping yourself and helping other people who were just like you, who were in the same predicament as you, you're essentially healing the younger version of you, this younger version of you that couldn't get that help. You are becoming healed. You did the inner work, but now you're just doing the outer work. You're now laying that abundance, that happiness, that love, that joy, whether it's finances, whether it's love, whether it's health, whatever it is that you're helping, you're extending it on to the next group of people. You're going to do amazing. You're going to do amazing things, and you're going to help us so many people. Oh, it's 444 for you right now, Dennis? So I guess that's a sign for you. So that is for the community. That is for the collective. Here it is on the bottom deck here is to release. To release what doesn't serve you. To release what isn't serving your highest good, what isn't serving your highest interest. And what I mean by this, and specifically, when the Spirit is saying to release something, to release what isn't giving you an abundance of happiness, what isn't giving you an abundance of wealth, medicine, health, whatever it is, whatever is not serving your highest interest, remove that from your life. Because when you remove things from your life, new things can come in. So, for example, I'm gonna tell you a personal story. If you guys recall me getting my own puppy, well, she's right here. Her name was Callie, my little girl. And in order for me to get her, I needed to remove things from my life. So how do I do that? More specifically, I ended up selling a whole bunch of Christmas decorations, which I love because that was a part of my healing process, the healing journey. And I sold them. And ironically enough, the amount that I made on a Christmas decoration was the exact total amount that I needed to be able to pay for her to be in my life. Sometimes we don't understand in the moment why we get rid of the things that we do. But understand this, when you remove things that no longer serves you, and you make way for better things will come in to replace the thing that you just removed. Do not be afraid to remove what no longer serves you. And the topic deck here is the affirmations. Say affirmations. For example, right before I started this live stream, I was saying, I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm magnetic. I'm loving. I'm kind. I'm charismatic. I'm amazing. Sometimes you need to be able to see those things. You need to say those things to really embody that energy, to really embody those thought mindset, to embody that version of you. Spirit is saying you don't have to believe it in the moment, but you have to at least give yourself the ability to hear it. Because nobody criticizes you more harsher than you. So that's the message for the collective. Let's start your reading. And anybody who wants any sort of personal readings or have any personal question, you please capitalize your question so it's easy for me to find it in the comment section. Oh, I need to put this back in. All right, Dennis, you want to know if you're on the right path. You want to know if you're on the right path. Okay. Does he need this? No, he doesn't need it. Let's do this one. All right, Dennis, we are going to do your reading. You want to know if you're on the right path? Ironically, I just got these 2 decks shipped in. Okay. When you help support the channel, I'm able to buy tarot decks. Right now, I have to buy this all out of pocket, but that's fine. But when you help support the channel, it does go back into you. All right, so let's see. We have the Blue Dream Healing deck, which is going to be for Dennis. We're going to use that. I feel like you've been having some issues with creativity and expressing yourself completely. So we're going to use that to represent and kind of highlight how you are unable and ineffectively able to communicate your concerns. And I'm also seeing like you can't even like do anything in terms of your voice. Like I feel like you feel restricted in what you can do. I wonder, I don't mean this in a wrong way, but Dennis, do you have a disability? Because I'm seeing like there is a restriction in how you speak, or there's a restriction in how you express yourself, whether you had a disability in the past when you were younger, but something has restricted you because you were told you couldn't do something, so you've been stuck with that mindset ever since. And then we have this deck here, which is called the Key Oracle. This is the key to unlocking that voice. This was not planned, it just happened to be that this is the two decks that I bought. Together, we're going to explore everything together. So I apologize, I'm unprepared. As you can tell, I'm very big on procrastination, but we'll do this together. This is our journey. Okay, so let's see. What message do we have for Dennis Thomas? Now, if anybody's watching this and you feel like I'm speaking to you, even though I'm doing somebody else, chances are I am speaking to you as well. So there are going to be messages in this live stream that's also going to be talking to you simultaneously. Okay, so I guess there's no book. That's fine. I don't even read books anyway. When's the last time you actually saw me use a tarot guidebook? All right, so Spirits and Angels, tell me about Dennis Thomas. Why is Dennis Thomas struggling with his way and ability to express himself? Dennis, if you're still here, please respond. We have here, you're going through a reawakening. You're going through a change in how your body and how you express yourself. You're changing. That makes sense. The top deck here is your silent night. You're going through the silent, dark night of the soul. You are changing. You went through a transformation. You are going through a very dark period right now, but it is reawakening your path. Yes, how I walked as I had a broken hip when I was 4 years old. Okay, that makes sense. What else do we need to know about Dennis? What is the key to unlocking his ability to express himself? I feel like you're on the right path. You're definitely on the right path. You just need to unlock the thing that you're hiding. You're hiding something. But it's not necessarily like you're hiding like a truth. You're just hiding yourself from fully expressing what you need to say. Here you have it, the final gate key. Eternity. The last threshold await. Ending unlocks beginning. Eternity opens now. The top of the deck here is Sun Key. Radiant. Radiant dissolves shadows. Light awakened with light. The door open to joy. Interestingly enough, you had two Radiant cards here. The first one here is for the blue healing deck. You have Radiance card. The first card that came in the deck, Radiance. You are Lotus. And it's interesting too because you have a very gorgeous dress on right now. Very gorgeous dress. You're a Wayfarer star. He's telling me that something is on the horizon. Something is on the horizon for you, Dennis. And here it is with the heart gate. I think you're starting to either go through inner healing like love, like you're starting to learn to love yourself, or you're starting to be open enough because you went through that loving phase of how to love yourself, even all the vulnerabilities of you, and now you're going into a path where like a love partnership is on its way to you. This is the heart gate. I think you're going to meet your match. I don't think it's business related at all. I think you're going to meet somebody and they're going to be like somebody who lights you up, somebody who makes you more radiant than what you are now. And here it is, the whisper of the star. When you stop saying things, when you start questioning, when you start looking for things, that is when that person comes in. When you stop looking, this person comes in when you stop questioning yourself, when you start doubting yourself, when you start paying attention to that inner voice that is doubting you. That is when that person comes in. That is self-love. You are experiencing love. I don't think you experience true love. You experience love, but you haven't experienced true love. You're about to. Here on the two separate things here, you have the eye of the sea. And more closely, you have the eternal sea. Now, what's interesting too is the eye of the sea is both related to water. This is your heart. You need to heal your emotion. I think the person that's coming in is going to help you express yourself in ways that you haven't been able to do before. And the way to heal yourself, to bring this person in, is to essentially allow yourself to express your emotions. Maybe go to therapy. Maybe do some arts and craft that allows you to fully express your emotions. You have a lot to say, but your words are powerful when you are expressing them through your emotional continence, when you are in tune with this reality, the truth, not trying to make people comfortable or make yourself feel small than you where you are. But this just simply means to express those emotions. Because here on this side here, the segment, the first card that comes in is healing. You're healing that aspect of you, right? You're healing. And that makes sense because you need to heal that part of you. You need to allow yourself to fully express your emotions internally. It's followed by the dreamer's key, which means your vision, that you can still move up. I know it's interesting that you said that you have trouble with your hip when you were younger, when you were about 4 years old. The dreamer's key is saying that despite all that, you can still climb the stairs, you can still go high, you can still fly. This is the dreamer's key. Don't try to mitigate how small you are because you're not small. And here, like I said before, and you saw me, this is a live stream, this is not even like edited at all. You have the lover's key. You have a partnership coming in. This is just further emphasizing what I said here. A union, two hearts opened as one. Love shares the lock. Love shares the lock. The union unlocks joy. You are going to be finding this person who's going to really help you embolden yourself, but you need to take the first step. You need to be able to fully express your emotions, and with that, as a reward from the universe by expressing yourself fully, you will be rewarded with true love. And underneath that dreamer's key, you have the light gate key. When you start to dream, when you start to move towards your vision, and not staying playing small, not being restricted to like being on Social Security or being restricted to what within your vicinity, whether it's your career. When you start to dream bigger than where your life is now, the light gate key, the illumination, the path starts to lead the way. You are going to need to be able to step into your fulfillment. You are playing too small, Dennis. You need to be able to really truly embrace your path and where you're meant to be. You have vision, you have dreams. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to tell you. But you know that there's something better for you. There's an inner feeling within you that feels like you are meant for something bigger than yourself. A spirit is saying to not make yourself feel small. Just because your circumstances make you feel small doesn't mean you have to stay small. Like for example, take my personal life as well. I work 2 minimum wage jobs. I run a article, what's it called, like a Tower News Network article website. I run multiple social media accounts, plus 3 YouTube channels, and I also take care of my dog. Have to feed myself and do all these different things. I do this because I don't want to work minimum wage forever, but I know I'm meant for something bigger. And you are in the same predicament. You are meant for something bigger. And don't keep yourself small. Don't try to hide your voice. I tried to hide my voice for years, not realizing the potential that I had to create massive amount of change. And I'm hoping that when that happens in small increments, I could be able to do that for you as well. But for you, particularly, Dennis, you need to be able to find that inner voice and to figure out a way that feels like the most authentic way for you to express that to the world, because with that you will experience the love that's coming. And the last final message for you is, with that you will also get an opportunity. You'll get an opportunity. If you have this feeling within you that maybe you need to leave your job or maybe leave your career, or you might want to change or jump ship somewhere and maybe like pursue a different path, I would say all I can say to you right now is to trust that intuition, trust your inner knowing. You already have all the messages and the pathways and where you need to go. You're asking me whether or not you're on the right path, but the thing is, you forgot to mention that you've been on that path. You're on that path of journey. You're on the path of trying to heal your throat, to be able to communicate effectively to people around you. You have a lot of good things coming for you, Dennis. But it's up for you to decide whether or not you feel deserving enough, whether or not you choose to feed that inner voice within you, or whether or not you can rise above it. That's for you, Dennis. Thanks. Thanks for action. Okay. The next question we have Scary Harper. No, sorry, Scary Harpy. I apologize if I mispronounced that, but that sounded about right. You're welcome. Did it resonate with you, Dennis? You can say no if it doesn't. What does Spirit want me to know? Scary Harpy, welcome to the channel. You must be new. Alright, Scary Harpy. What do we need to know about Scary Harpy? Oh, okay. Alright, so let's see. Okay. Alright, so Scary Harpy, I have your message here. We have actually 2 decks and then 1 brand new deck. It's called this the Dead Inside deck. I feel like there's a part of you that feels like you had a dream, but then you killed it. And like you're wondering why your life is like the way it is. It's because you stopped pursuing yourself. Okay, I'm glad it did. Dennis, let me know when that person does come in. But I would love to support you, you know. Okay. Scary Harpy. Let's see, what's your message? Scary Harpy. Are you still here with me? Scary Harpy. What message do Scary Harpy need to know? What message do they need to know? Hello, Art on Wings. How are you, my love? Scary Harpy. Okay. You're here? Perfect. Shadow work? Tomorrow, maybe? You're a procrastinator. You're like me. You're a procrastinator. The topic is sure, sounds great. Said yes when you met. Hell no. You aren't honest with how you feel intuitively. You're not being honest with yourself. You're too busy manifesting a life, but you're not pursuing it. Like you're doing the opposite. Like you have a vision inside your head about where you want to see your life, where you want to be. But then every action that you seem to take just goes against what you planned to see as your life. Like for example, just say for example you wanted to have like, people at your house, for example. And instead somebody says, "Oh, well, I can't make it." You're like, "No worries, we can just do it at your house instead." You like to compromise, but you're not somebody who pursues their path 100%, who isn't confident in their direction. I feel like you lack confidence in who you are. But that's not a punishment. That just means that you just need to reallocate where you put your attention to. You need to live your dream. Exactly what Art on Wing said. You need to start living out and acting as if you already are that version of you that has that life. What that means is essentially is to fake it till you make it, to pretend as if you already have it. You are that person who has what you desire, because that's the only way it's going to come in for you. Here you have is live and learn. You haven't lived and learned for a lot. I feel like you stayed comfortable. You stayed too small. Like you didn't want to take risks. And that makes sense because you were not somebody who wanted to take that risk. Because the top deck here, we have the reverse, it's invite only. You only took opportunities when they were handed to you. You never took the initiative to create the opportunities. You never sought out opportunities to help guide you. And here you have is canceled. You were not the one to cancel an event. People around you said, "Oh, let's make plans." And you say, "Okay, yes, let's make plans." And as they got closer to that event that day, they all chickened out. They all said, "Oh, sorry, flight caught up. I unfortunately have to cancel." But you're not the one to cancel. You never cancel. And the thing that was sucking here is your game of life. You play the game of life very meticulously. You see life as something where you are dependent on those around you to give you that sense of achievement. But Spirit is saying you don't need other people to validate your existence. You don't need other people to validate your purpose. You don't need that. What are you doing to yourself that is damaging themselves? What is Scary Harpy doing? Okay, you have debt. Your neighborhood and meeting. That makes sense. Okay, that's exactly what we just mentioned. Here we have a mind control in reverse. You are not in control of your mind. You're letting other people tell you where you need to go, where you need to be. But the thing is that you need to realize that your life is outer space. You are not meant to be where you are. You're meant to be not coexisting with the people in your life right now. You're meant to be expanded. You're meant to be out of that lifetime. I feel like there's a part of you that feels like you need to move. You feel uncomfortable in where you are right now. You don't feel like as if people can hear you. Like you feel like you're screaming into this void and nobody can hear you say anything. But that's the point. The thing is that how can you expect other people to hear you when you don't even do the option, you don't take the initiative to make that dream life your reality? In order for people to take you seriously, you need to be able to put that initiative in. People don't take someone seriously when they haven't done the work yet. And I'm not like trying to be mean, I'm just trying to be exactly as I am, and I hope that I'm not being too harsh on you. And if I am, just let me know. But what it is telling me is that you just need to get up there. You need to be able to make the decision, ask yourself for a moment, is Scary Heartbeat, that version of me, would this person, that version of me that's in the future, will they make this decision? And if the answer is no, they don't make that decision. Would this version of me do this decision instead? Would I eat this today? Would this version of me eat Taco Bell tonight? No. You have the answer. You know exactly. The answer is in you because you already lived that experience. You will go to experience it again, but as a finalized form. But you can keep adjusting till that desired outcome is being met. Spirit's not saying to give up on your dreams. It's saying to start pursuing them again. And start taking them seriously. You start actively pursuing it because that's the only way that you're going to experience real results, real manifestation skill. You are trying to manifest a life, but you're holding yourself back a little bit. You have here is you have fallen for red flags, attraction, ignored warnings, and drama. I feel like there was a part of you when you moved to this location, this area in your life, whether it's the career or it's an actual physical location. People warned you not to go there, or something internally. You had this I'm seeing like this dark cloud of feeling around you that was telling you that this was ominous, like it was not meant for you. But you still were resilient, and you ignored it, and you kept pushing ahead. You were stubborn, and because of that, it has kind of your life kind of changed a little bit. It went downhill a little bit. And here it is that part of you feels like you're still not over it. Like you feel like you need to go back if you want to go back to the way things were in your life. But the thing is, the reality is that life is over. That life is unfortunately over for you. Whatever that means, whatever comes to your head as you're thinking about. Here it is, no thoughts, just vibes. They're just saying that you need to get into a positive mindset. This space that you're in right now is very uneasy. It's putting you in a very dark place in your life where you feel as if nothing is obtainable, that nothing is achievable. But the thing is that everything is achievable. You just have to believe it. You have to pursue that. Because here it is, you're saying to people that you're fine, but you're not. You're carrying your emotions out on the open. People understand what you're going through. They know what you're going through, and they take a little bit of pleasure in that. You're around people who are psychotic, who are sociopath, who when they see somebody who's injured, who is, going through it, they get an instant boost of serotonin. When they see you struggle, they get happy. Here it is that you or somebody who likes to take the edge off at times. I feel like you sometimes pursue things that help you take the edge off, whether that is food, whether that is drinking, whether that is actually I'm getting art. I think art is the way that you express yourself, but the art is something you express, but you're not paying attention to what you're doing in terms of that creativity. You're not listening, not looking at the bigger picture. Like you're drawing, you're painting, whatever it is that you're doing. I think you're not looking at the bigger picture after it's been completed. What Spirit is saying to ask yourself, what is the bigger picture? Why do I feel this way? Why am I doing this specific thing? And then the answer will come to you. I also feel as well there might be a possibility of a life that you could have had with somebody. Maybe you had a relationship, maybe you were married, maybe you were in a partnership. And there was just an idea of unionship, and there was such a severe amount of abandonment that they just left you. It almost feels like somebody left you, like you feel like you've been abandoned. But the thing is that like that person was no longer meant to be in your life because that person was supposed to be removed so that you could be able to be free. Not as a punishment, but to be free. And here it is that you have real receipts. You have proof. You have physical proof. You have physical proof of this. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever is physical, whatever you can prove what this exact thing is, you already know what this is. You went through some problematic situation with a union or somebody who was under a partnership, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship. There is physical proof of this information. Here you have is debt, money. Maybe somebody stole money from you, or something in the mountain. Like you feel like, you know, you're digging yourself into a deeper hole and there's no way out. But the thing is, the hole's open. You cannot dig a hole if there is dirt still in the hole, right? There is an open space. You can still climb out. Here it is. You also have the neighborhood, 101 and 102, the neighborhood. This is telling me that you feel like the neighborhood is not representing you anymore. Like you feel like you're in debt. Like you feel like your location, your environment is no longer serving you. I feel like this is just telling you that you need to get out. And again, this video is just for entertainment and educational purposes only as well. But it almost feels like your environment, whatever this is relating to, whether this is your career, whether this is everything, you need to get yourself out of the situation, and you need to do it by removing your environment. That's the only way that you overcome this. And here it is, this meeting. You don't need to have a meeting. You don't need to tell somebody what it is that you're doing, what your next step is. Sometimes staying secretive is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Because those people who you thought were your friend, that might be the thing that's sabotaging you, that's preventing you from having opportunities, a way out. Don't have meeting with people. Ask yourself before you meet an individual, ask yourself, does this person feel like they'll be in my best interest, that they're going to help me along my path? Are they a person, somebody who is considered a red flag? Are they hurting me? And the topic deck here, sure, sounds great. You need to start being honest with yourself. Stop saying yes to things that you don't want to do. Stop saying yes to things you don't want to do. And that also means meetings with people. Don't meet people just to meet them. Meet them because you want to meet them. And the bottom deck here as well is shadow work. Tomorrow, maybe. Stop procrastinating. Start doing the work now. And it's ironic this person drawing a cat. Maybe you're a cat lady. But more specifically, you need to start doing the work now. Not when you're a skeleton, when you're still alive. That's your message. I hope it resonates. Okay, I need to drink some water. That was a lot. I just took mouthwash, and that does not taste good. All right. Let's see who's next. You're welcome, Scary Harpy. Does it resonate with you at all? What's your thoughts on this? I mean, this is the first time you join me live, so let me know what you think. Okay. Mika642. What message do the guys have for me over the next couple of months? You can say no if it doesn't resonate with you. I have no shame in being told I'm wrong. What message do the guys have for me over the next couple of months? Let's see. You need to think about it? Okay. Let me know. Sometimes you don't know automatically off the top of your head. Sometimes I actually forget what I read for people, or even I get readings and I don't even remember them. So this video will be up online whenever you feel like you need to revisit it. Okay. I just screwed myself over. I just put the box inside and there's no way for me to get it out. All right. Anyway, I'm sure I'm not the only one that did that. All right, so Mika, what message do the guys have for me over the next couple of months? Let's take a look for her. What message do you guys have for her? Oh, I'm seeing happiness. Okay. What's the best way to express her happiness or to read her happiness? Politics. Are you somebody of authority? Do you like authority? Because I'm seeing here that Spirit is telling me that you enjoy politics and that is your happy time. Maybe you're somebody who is active in the community. Yeah, you're active in the community of some kind. You're doing something People either know your name or you are highly recognizable, but you do something that is life changing. Yeah, you do something that's life changing. Interesting. So what deck would be best suitable for her? Hmm. Authority. Authority. Okay, then we'll use a tarot deck because that seemed to be what we're going towards. All right, so it looks like Spirit wants me to use the Right Away Tarot for you. You're welcome. Looks like Spirit wants me to use politics for you, so that's what we're gonna do. Let me know if that resonates with you, like if you're somebody who has authority or you like authority of some kind. So for Mika 642 Spirit, what message do you have for her over the next couple of months? We have the Hermit. So you are just coming out of a dark period in your life. Yeah, you're starting to come out of a dark period in your life. That might be explaining it related to politics. Here it is, tempers in reverse. You feel imbalanced at times. Here it is, the Fool card. You've been taking very comfortable position. You're very active in the community. Okay, that makes sense. So that's good for confirmation. And here we have is the Ace of Wands reverse. The Ace of Wands reverse is very interesting. The Ace of Wands reverse means that you are trying to seek a leadership position or you're not doing it currently. But Spirit is like saying you need to step up. You need to start taking the initiative to start making changes in your life. And you can only make those changes that you desire until you start to step up in your own community. And I'm not saying you don't do enough. That's not what I'm saying here. What Spirit is saying is that you are meant for something bigger, and you need to stop letting yourself not be seen and not have as much power and influence. You need to start allowing yourself to have that power, to start seeking an office if you haven't done so already. Because here you have it, the Hermit. The Hermit means you're coming out of this darkness and you have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot to talk about. You have a lot of things to say. And Spirit is saying that you can really help your community out. You can really help your community. And here it is, the Three of Wands reversed. I'm seeing that there was a death around you. Maybe it was the death of a partner. Maybe it was the death of somebody close to you. And they brought a sense of clarity and understanding to your life in ways you couldn't have predicted. Because the Sun card here is, hello Brenda, how are you, my love? The Sun card is in reverse, and that does expose like yourself. It exposes what is been hidden. What was once within the shadows had now come to the light. And what that means for you, specifically speaking, is that that death wasn't something that just changed you. It was something that was very monumental. I'm seeing 11:44 on the clock right now. So that person could have been between 38 to 44 years old. And the Sun card in reverse, this means that their death reveals a clarity to you. It reveals something. Maybe it's a death of yourself. Maybe it's a death of the version of you that died, and maybe you went through something traumatic during that time period between the ages of 36 to 44 years old. You have the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is also telling me, as well as your environment. You are a woman, so you're female. I don't know if that's something I can confirm. I mean, obviously, we know you know better than I do, but it almost feels like you're coming as a feminine. You're coming as a woman, and you're meant to be in a position of power. This is what you represent. Your card, if any tarot deck, you represent the Empress card. So I advise you go ahead and look up what the Empress card is and what that means for you as an individual and what that means for somebody in the community, because you have something to play. And here it is, it's the King of Swords reversed. This is a card that's simply telling me here that, the King of Swords is saying that, like, how you've been with me for a while, the King of Swords reversed always means the person's in position of power, that they're in control, that they're in authority, that they have the power, they have the say. This is you. This is the card that symbolizes you. You're supposed to be the incumbent. You're the one that's supposed to be in charge. But you're seeing things from the outside perspective. And you notice how there's a butterfly here in the background? Well, ironically for you, I picked up the butterfly deck. And I'll tell you how you can transform into this version of you that's supposed to hold power, what kind of role you're about to play in your local community. Because you have something massive inside of you that needs to come out. And the only way that you're going to be able to see the change in your community, to really give your community the fulfillment that it needs, is you essentially need to be able to allow yourself to transform. Okay, so yes, you are female. Okay, perfect. I am okay, Brenda. I was able to get most sleep. I'm a little exhausted, but that's okay. I'm running on no food. I'm trying to get rid of this fat. All right, so Spirit Angel, tell me about her transformation, how she could transform herself into a community leader and not be in the background, but be in the forefront. Somebody who people look up to. We have your spiritual growth. We have your healing from the past. You're going through a spiritual growth period right now, and you're about to go through gracefully aging. Time is speeding up, and you feel like time is catching up for you. Like you feel like every month that passes, you feel like it's been 3 months. And the bottom deck here is self-care. You need to be able to allow yourself to have that equilibrium to ask yourself, how can I not only help myself, but also help the people within my community? How can I help everybody all at once? You have something big here. And if you can find a harmony between helping yourself and also helping your community, you will go far in life. And here it is that you need to also gracefully age and right, gracefully age and like age like fine wine. You need to stop taking on stress. Stress is going to hinder you. It's going to prevent you from being able to take that top position. You also have the spiritual growth. You are undergoing this right this very moment. You are experiencing yourself in this period of time in your life where you feel like things just aren't working out for you. Like you feel like things just don't make sense. But the thing is, they do make sense. It is for you. It is for you. You're starting to feel like your belief system, your internal networking system, the people that's been around you when you started to experience this healing process, they're no longer in your life. They're leaving. You're starting to notice like big coincidental weird things. You're starting to notice synchronicities in your life, and you're starting to ask yourself like, what's the main purpose of all this? The main purpose of it is to tell you that you're in that healing process now, and you're about to go through the transformation. But in order to complete the healing cycle, you need to allow yourself to be able to step into that position of power so you can help more people along the same journey. And here it is you need to heal from your past, but this is what you're doing right now. This very moment it means that you are healing from something. You are healing from something. Which is why it's indicated by the Hermit card. It's indicated by the Hermit card. That despite that darkness, you are growing. And the new bond deck means relationship dynamic. You need to prioritize with yourself your relationship with you and yourself and what you think, what your mind, what you put out into the world, you will become. Be very careful what you put out. At the top deck here is new exercise program. Spirit wants you to be able to work and to be able to consistently move. Stop sitting around waiting for things to happen. Start moving as if they already are. That's actually pretty inspirational. I should put that on a shirt. Anyway, besides the point, I hope that resonated with you, Mika. Let me know if it works. Okay. Next person, Art on Wings. Are you here, my love? Are you here? We're going to take one more person question, at least in the group chat, and I'll finish everybody out. And we won't be accepting any more questions. So if if you have a question you want answered, put it in the group chat now. I don't know why I can't speak English. Okay, let me just clear my deck out a little bit, just so that I could be able to, what to call it, just so I can actually use the table. Okay. All right. All right, Art on Wing. Tell me what the guys say for Art on Wing. What message do you have? What message do you have? So interesting, Chris. Thank you so much for this message. Just a lot of healing, left leadership roles, and do community work. Good. So keep me updated. I want to see where you're at. Okay. Art on Wings. Let's see. What message do we have for you? Okay. I want you to do me a favor on a wing. This is what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes right now. I want you to get close to the screen as possible. Give me your left hand. Give me your left hand. Let me know when you're doing it. And when you do that, I'm just going to see if I can get information from your hand. Okay? Don't judge my hand, okay? Don't judge my skin. I've done this before with actual people in real life, and it works tremendously, but Spirit is telling me that I don't need cards for you. I just need to be able to get your energy. So just put your hand out, or close your eyes. You're doing it? Okay. Okay, so I'm noticing that there is immense amount of heat. There's immense amount of heat around you right now. Like there is a lot of center heat. It's like the top left, like kind of near your pinky. I'm getting a lot of that heat right now. And also I'm seeing like almost like numbness in your fingers. Like there's almost like a slight tickling. It almost feels like you either had an injury or you might have accidentally touched a hot stove or you touched a hot item. There is a sense of an injury on your hand. So I am noticing that. What else am I getting? With this heat, I'm also the first thing that came to me was Chick-fil-A. I know it's a little strange, but I've been getting like Chick-fil-A for you for some weird reason. There's just some sort of weird fixation about that. I don't think it has any sort of relation to you, but it does have a very interesting meaning. Now today's Sunday, as of when we're recording this, and normally for Chick-fil-A, Sunday is the day that they always close in religion. So this is telling me that there is some sort of fire within you that is either challenging religion or challenging the normality of something. It's challenging, like you're challenging a belief that you always had. Something is changing within you that is changing due to a belief system that you once had previously that is no longer the version of you that is now. And I'm also seeing you like going shopping at a mall and you have like this bag, like this like paper bag on the left side of you as you're carrying it. And it's like kind of like a lightish blue, kind of like more pastel with like black wording or black logo on it. And you're walking around, but you're not realizing that that blue bag is your voice. It's how you express yourself. I guess this audience today who's watching, you guys need to learn how to express yourself and to become more authentically you. But I don't see you being ashamed of your voice. I feel like you carry it with you, but you carry it with confidence. You're not ashamed of your voice. You carry it with confidence. You're not the one who able to speak authentically the first time someone meets you, but after the second, the third time they meet you, you are able to express yourself in ways they haven't seen. And oftentimes you get told, oh, okay. I didn't know that about you. I would have never expected that from you. That's the kind of energy, that's the kind of aura you give to people. You are a surprise. People don't expect that. I'm also getting Libra, which means that there are major events that happen in your life around September, early October. There's a Libra here. And it is telling me that those are time periods most often in your life when big events happen. And we're about to get to that precipice once again. And what we get for you here is yellow. I'm seeing the word yellow, and I'm also getting like a yellow spun. You are absorbing everything. But eventually, once Libra comes, you'll be heavily squeezed, whether by the circumstances of your environment or because you need to let it go. Something is squeezing you out so you can remain dry again, so you can absorb new and better things. Ask yourself in this moment, what is this yellow sponge that is absorbing all this excess moisture? And how can I relinquish it, remain dry, and be ready for the next opportunity that's come to you? Because your opportunity is coming your way in late September, early October. But you need to be ready for it. You need to be able to be willing to let go of what you have now so that you could be able to get what you need to have around September and October. An event, an opportunity, a job offer, maybe a proposal of some sort, it's coming to you in September and October. Something is coming. Also seeing a baby shower. I don't know if maybe your best friend is pregnant or you're going to a party that's for a baby or someone is getting born, but something is gonna get released. Something or someone is gonna be born. Maybe it's an idea, maybe it's a concept, maybe it's a business relationship, maybe it's a new way of thinking, maybe this belief system you have inside of you that is being incubated is not going to be breaking open to become the new version of you, the new system, the new way you perceive the world. You are changing internally before your reality meets that internal reality, which tells me that your external circumstances does not match how you feel internally. But don't be mistaken, your world is actually starting to catch up. When you need to do the inner work, you need to get rid of that last little bits and pieces that is part of you, the old you, so you can make way for the new stuff. I'm also seeing a lot of strain on your pinky. Yeah, I'm getting like a strong pull against your index finger or your ring finger against your pinky. There's intense amount of pressure and a little bit of flinching here that tells me here that you oftentimes find yourself like making promises, but you feel overly exhausted or overly extended. Spirit is saying to stop extending yourself in terms of promises. Only make the promises you know that you can keep, and start make the initiative to make promises for yourself first. Do those things first, and then make promises for other people, but put yourself first. Okay, that's what I got for you. Let me know what you think. Your hand is okay. My right leg hurts. Okay, so I guess that was the pain. Wait, what is my left finger? Hello, Desmond. How are you, my love? Okay, next person. Hello, Jarlene. How are you, my love? Hi, Debbie. Okay. Hello, Paperclip. How are you, my love? Art on Wing. Was it accurate? Was it inaccurate? You can tell me I'm wrong. I love being wrong. Okay, Paperclip. Welcome back. We haven't seen you a little bit. You're doing okay? I'm glad to hear that. Okay, what is something that guides or spirit advice? Excuse me. What is something that guides or spirit advice? I can't read it. Hold on. I gotta like my brain is breaking right now. What is something that guides or spirit advise what I should do or focus on, or any advice? My energy and mind since last year has been all over the place. That makes sense. You need to be a paperclip. You need to start clipping and organizing yourself. That's the number one thing. Be like your icon. Be like your icon. All right, so let me just get you a message for you. Give me like a second. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. I want brutal. Let's do something harsh. What is something that is harsh and like to the point? Oh, the Illuminati deck. Let's use that. Okay. All right. So I have your deck here. We're gonna get a couple of cards. Actually, we have a couple. It's called Sassy Spirit. Because my spirit guides are sassy, so I figured why not allow them to express themselves fully. And then we also have here as well is a Money Moves Oracle deck. I also feel like you are struggling financially or you're trying to figure out what's the next step. So I am going to read on that. And then we will be using Illuminati Tarot deck to figure out what decisions you need to make and where you are and why you feel the way you do. Art on Wing. Not sure if accurate, but the reading you did before Miki sounded more like it was for me. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just come back to this video like come back in September and October and then verify whether it was for you or not. It might have been a reading for somebody else because sometimes I do readings collectively and I pick up on somebody else. And maybe it doesn't work because I was doing my hand energy reading and the fact that there's 17 people watching, it could be one of those 17 people needed to have that message. So maybe it was only good for maybe one-on-one. Because I know it works for for people who I meet in real life, like that works 100%. But when it comes to online, it was the first time ever. So maybe it's not a good idea to do it on a live stream. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. You have to watch me open decks. But that's part of the story, right? This is reality, right? I'm not perfect. I never was. I remember one time when I first started this channel, there was somebody who said like I thought I was God. I was like, bruh, I'm anything but God. I'm like far away from a God-like figure. Okay, so let's see. What message do you have for Paperclip? What message do you have for Paperclip? What message do you have, Spirit, for Paperclip? Spiritual people can also block people. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that. That's true. You can't bob your way out of accountability. If they wanted to, they would, period. So it depends on what you prioritize. Okay. Your bank account said no before the universe did. So the bottom deck here is whoosh, ta-da. Your ego doing parkour again. Validation and drama. That explains the duality here between the orange and the blue. The orange symbolizes your sacral chakra and how you feel, and the blue represents how you speak. So you're telling people how you feel, but you're not doing the action. You're feeling from the ego standpoint. You're feeling about what is best for you in the moment, not what's best for you in the future. Top deck here says Spirit said, not this one, sweetie. Not this one. Red flags. Interesting. So this is another person with a red flag today. Interesting. Let's see if we can get more information for you. So this is my favorite deck. This deck is beautiful. There's so many decks that I love here. I always buy so many cute ones. But let's go ahead. Let's see what messages do we have for Paperclip. Any remaining messages? We have money tree. Okay, interesting. So you have here social status. Interesting for you. You have social status on the bottom. The top of the deck is surprise. When's your birthday, Paperclip? When is your birthday? Because it feels like the time around your birthday, you're going to experience a change in fate. Something is changing for your life. Something is changing for you. January 23rd. So in January, your life is about to pivot. I want you to start thinking about now how you can start making that life a reality. Because underneath here, you have spiritual people can also block people. Now, this could mean two things. One, spiritual people can block people. It could indicate that those people who you are following online, maybe people you're talking to, one thing that I can tell you right now is that not all spiritual people have good intention. Okay? Not good people have all good intention. And they can actually be the thing that's giving you the evil eye. This could be the exact thing that's blocking you, and you're seeing all these different thoughts, all these different things. You might be going through what's called a psychic attack or a mental attack, and they're attacking your mental psyche, making you do wrong decisions and flooding it with false thoughts, false action, false things that if you thought it was you who were thinking it, but instead it was being flooded by external people who were thinking about you and thinking about you negatively. So you are like almost in some way could be under a psychic attack, likely more than not. Now, what's interesting as well is underneath the spiritual people can also block people, which means investments followed by fruit of labor. Like I just said before, just emphasizing what I said. Start planting the seed now. You cannot do something today and expect the results tomorrow. You need to be able to allow yourself to start investing in your future so you can have the fruit of labor. The spiritual people can also block people. It means you have the ability to remove people from your life what no longer serves you, what you feel like is blocking you, who had negative energy around you. Remove those people, whether it's me, whether it's psychics, whether it's tarot card readers, whether it's grandma, grandpa, uncle, cousin, brother, sister, mother, father, you name it, you get it, you get the point. The thing is that if you feel like they are blocking you, inhibiting you from growing and becoming the best version of yourself, you owe it to yourself to find out what that is. Here it is you can't vibe your way out of accountability. They're telling you need to start doing the work, exactly what I said. You need to start putting the effort in. Right? Yes, you have to build, but you need to be able to start changing yourself and how you perceive the world so you can start manifesting, start getting all these abundance. You are somebody who's going to start receiving good things in your life if you put the work in. Put the work effort in. Consistency is rewarded. Remember, somebody told me this the other day. In order for people to see you online, whether it's on social media, for example, social media is like the lottery. The more you put your content out, eventually one of them has a higher chance of blowing up, being visible. The same way applies to the lottery. The more money you put into the lottery, you increase your chance, your likelihood of winning that lottery ticket. The thing is, the Spirit is telling you, for you specifically, you need to give it to yourself a chance. You need to start putting the effort in consistently, knowing that eventually one of them is going to work out. That yes, you're going to have failures. Yes, it's not going to work out initially. But if you stay consistent, you keep putting the effort in, you keep doing it, not caring too much about the results, and realizing that one of them is eventually going to be successful, you will be successful. You won't be successful in your first 5 tries, but you might be successful in your 107th, but you would never know that if you never did the work, if you never pursued that. Because that's why it says here, the next card is, if they wanted to, they would, period. Spirit is being very blunt with you. Are you too busy to change your outcome, to change your reality? And are you willing enough to put in that work? Are you willing enough to do the work? Are you willing enough to do the labor? Because you have the money tree underneath that. You have the wealth that can come for you. There's opportunities here. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't need to tell you, but I'm just further emphasizing it for you. You know what is meant for you. You know what is for you. That's why it's here. If you wanted to, you would have. The question is, will you do it? It's not for me to tell you what to do. Because here it is, your bank said no before the universe did. Nope. This simply means that, yes, just because you're having difficulties, don't see things as obstacles that's preventing you. See them as recourses to redirect you onto the path you're meant to be on. I'm also noticing my voice is getting raspy, which tells me you are experiencing some sort of hiccup. You're not openly communicating with yourself 100% authentically about how you feel about certain situations, about certain things. And underneath that note card, you are followed by authority. You need to take on a role of leader, and everyone will respect you, to be confident, to pursue that path, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you want to pursue. There is value here. There is money here. There is abundance here. It's not like Spirit is saying that there's no potential, you can't do it. You obviously have potential. You have so much potential, if anything. But you need to be able to be consistent. You need to be committed to the dream. You need to be committed to what you desire and to work towards that and to not give up on it. Because eventually one of them will be successful. If you need any sort of indication, on this YouTube channel, I've been doing this YouTube channel for over 6 years, and we have more than 1,000 videos on this YouTube channel. Eventually, over time, one of them is going to become successful. 6 years of commitment, 6 years of consistency, except 2 years. But I came back. That's what matters. When you come back and you stay committed to your dream, you stay committed to your desire to be able to help people to make an impact. That's at least that's my desire. I don't know what your desire is. But essentially, the point is that you are somebody of importance, somebody of great influence, and you are meant to be able to have that voice. But you need to be able to put the work in. You need to be able to not dim your light. And the bottom deck here is social status. Again, your social status. You're meant to be rising above where you are. So I feel like you are somebody who's like more middle class, more closer to the poverty line. You're not meant to be there. You're meant to be higher up. You're meant to be recognized by people. You're meant to be seen. And here it is that you're shedding the old version of you. The reason why you can't figure out where your path is, where you're meant to be, because that path no longer aligns with you. You're not meant to be that person anymore because it's no longer you. And you are psychic. You already know, you have vision, you have foresight. You have visions of this. And here it is that you also have a partnership. You have a partnership. Somebody is either in your life right now, it's about to come into you. I'm also seeing an impossible animal, a companion of some sort that is helping you along this path, that is helping you become to this realization because you need to be in wellness. I feel like maybe you are somebody who is in health or healthcare. I'm also seeing 12:11 on the clock right now. You are somebody who's either involved in healthcare, involved in mental well-being, maybe psychology, maybe philosophy. You are somebody who's focused on improving one's importance of one's own life. Be well so others can also achieve the same thing. You are a model. You are a role model. You're meant to help other people. That's your purpose. You're a paperclip for a reason. Because people remember you, they save you. If you remember the word paperclip, used to be that little thing you used to save at the bottom of the thing and to revisit. People remember you. People save you so that they can come see you again later on. Like, oh wait, that person, paperclip, that's the person I'm talking about. That person helped me. You have a purpose. And your purpose is bigger than anything I've seen or read for anybody on the channel yet. So that's why you're going through all that. And my advice to you is to sit down, close your eyes, listen to the silence, and whatever comes to you, whatever you feel drawn to, that's your purpose. And for anybody else who resonated with this message, this is also a message for you as well. Just because it's not your name attached to it doesn't mean it's not for you. It is. It's reading, in the end, I tend to attract very similar people. Brenda, you want to know if I have a message for you, if I'm up to it. You have a tendency to feel like you need to constantly put yourself down. Like you feel like you can't be confident. You feel like you can't make space for yourself and you need to constantly request others to allow you to have space. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You need to allow yourself to understand that you are space, that you're allowed to have a voice. You're allowed to be able to say something, to act for something, and you're allowed to do it with confidence, to not be shy, but to be confident. You need to allow yourself to not apologize for acting. Okay. Let me know, Paperclip, if that resonated with you or not. Okay. Give me the brutal truth for Brenda. Give Brenda the brutal truth, the brutal honesty. What does Brenda need to know? Spill. Maybe it's a sign. Don't make a message just because it was inconvenient. Daily horoscope in reverse. I think this is pretty obvious what I just talked about with you, actually. We're simply saying is that you do not need a message. You don't need a sign. You are the sign. When a message is for you, you will know. You said earlier, if you wanted to, because you already knew internally you didn't need one. You wanted the idea, you like the idea of being spoken to, but you don't need one. Because you already had the message given to you. You don't need another message. That's your message, Brenda. That's your message. Cheese power. Your dream wasn't prophetic. You just ate too much cheese. They also tell me you just stop overeating. That's all. Start asking yourself when are you eating and when are you eating, like stress eating wise. You're welcome, Brenda. Oh, 222 on the clock? Perfect. Love it. Okay. That is true, Dennis. Sparky. Hello, James. How are you, my love? I know you're very shy for acting. Okay, if anybody has one last final question, I will be taking one more person commented in the live chat. So if you have a final question, drop it now because I will not be taking any more after this. Spirit Angels, tell me about Sparky. What message do you have for Sparky? Paperclip, thank you so much for the reading. I have a family who are in the medical field. I've been studying to be in art and tech. We wanted to work in animation, but now pivoted. This resonated well with me. I'm glad to hear that. And if you ever need any help or anything, just, you can always reach out to me. I can always help you. Okay. Sparky, James. Let's see. What message do you have? And for anybody who helps support the channel, I just want you to know thank you guys so much. Dennis Tucker topped out with the channel at 464 comments. Doris at 331. James Lawrence at 282 comments. Debbie Price at 221. Social 1961 at 219. And Dorian at 183 comments. Thank you guys for all you guys who have been helping support the channel ever since the beginning. It does not go unnoticed. I love you and I appreciate you. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you. And thank you again, Brendan. It was very nice of you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. And of course, I'm always happy to read to you guys. All right. What message do you have for my collective? Interesting. So we have this for James, but it almost feels like James, whatever you're going through is also what the collective is going through. So whoever's watching this, hang tight. This is also for you. James, what does James need to know? Okay. What message do you have for James and the collective that's watching us? What message do you have? Okay, we have symbols. So you guys been seeing symbols. Something that's too coincidental, like you've seen it too often. Okay. Yeah. All right. Be of service blending with spirit. Okay. All right. So James, I'm gonna say this with a heavy heart, my love. I'm gonna say this with a heavy heart. But I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you. I want to say thank you for the love and support that you've given to me on this channel and to this community. Truly, thank you. Spirit is telling me specifically for you, you are now starting to begin your next journey. And that new journey is unfortunately one where you are now starting to transcend beyond this physical reality. So you are unfortunately leaving us. I don't know when, but it looks like it's coming. And I don't want you to feel like, you have to be scared. Spirit wants you to know that you are going to be safe, that you are protected, and that they are pulling you on the other side because you have a service to provide. That you finally completed your healing journey. You are going to be somebody's spirit guide. You're about to be somebody's angel. So, what this means is that you are now starting to become a beam of light. You're now starting to become of service. You might be starting to see like where you are feeling like yourself is extending beyond your physical body as you sleep every night. You might be getting dreams or visitations of you being in the clouds or seeing above where you are, your physical body, like an out of body experience. You're now starting to be blending with spirit. This means that you are now starting to separate from the physical and now starting to come into the metaphysical. And this goes for anybody, for any of you. When you pass over, I want you to know this, that doesn't mean that you have to leave me. I can still interact with you. I can still hear you. I can still hear you. And there are some subscribers of mine who unfortunately are no longer with us, who have occasionally visited me. I want you to know that if when time does happen and you have time to be able to visit me, you absolutely can. And if you ever want, I can always write an article about your life and you can always tell me from your perspective. I'm always happy to help you, whether it's in the physical realm or it's in the metaphysical realm. But for you, Sparky, you are changing, you are transforming, you are actually being accepted by the spiritual world to be somebody who is about to guide somebody else. Whether that means it's somebody in the physical, but you are about to help somebody, and with your help, with your kindness, you are surrounded by light. It almost feels like you're saving somebody before you go. And you have here is you have the Devil card. The Devil card is reversed. You are being free, but one tells you back the pain that you had. You're going to be pain free. You're going to be pain free. And you have a challenge to you. You have the Queen of Wands, and that is your cycle is ending. This is the Queen of Wands here. Normally, the Queen of Wands symbolizes your spirituality. And if you've been with me for a while, which you know you have here, you have the Queen of Wands, which is facing May, which means that either begun or it's about to start. And this is in processing. This is in action. This means the result is starting to accumulate. This means the result is currently manifesting in reality, and this is the ending. This is the cycle of the tarot cards and how it's being articulated. You're here. Your results are starting to experience. You're starting to experience life moving faster. You're starting to experience things. You're starting to not feel as hungry. You're starting to feel as if you desire things that maybe you only desire when you were younger. But the thing is that you don't need to. You have everything you need now. You have everything you have in this very moment. Because the card here is the Ace of Swords. You defeated, you defied the odds. I feel like you were given time and you outlasted that time schedule. Whatever that is, maybe you went to the doctor and the doctor told you, oh, you only have a month to live, and you're years older than what they said. You defied the odds. You defied the odds. And you were very ambitious. But now it's time for you to move on to your next chapter. You have the Three of Pentacles. The Spirit is telling you to start getting your affairs in order. To start organizing what you want and how you want your life to be remembered, how you want to be honored, how you want to be remembered. And I want you to know, James, I will always remember you. Always. You made an impact on me. And I always look forward to you, little butterfly, and you saying, hey, Chris, how are you? I know life isn't forever. I know that, a part of me always wants to be with you guys, all the time. But I understand that not everybody lives forever. Not everybody lives forever. I understand that. Am I a little bit a part of me, like, wants you guys to live forever? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is it hard relaying information like this publicly? It is. It is. Because am I a little biased? Yes, I am biased. But will I ever hide what I see in the card? No. Because I know better. I know to put aside my emotion. I can express how I feel, but it doesn't mean it clouds my judgment when reading for you. Because you have the Lovers card in reverse. You felt for a long time that you wanted somebody to be with, that you wanted somebody to be with you, that you dreamt that you were going to find this person before an inevitable end. It's the end for all of us, but it is the beginning. Don't see death as something that is negative. See something as something being positive. But on the other side, you were free from the pain. You are free, and you are being used as somebody, a guide, a service to help others. The Lovers card, you're hoping that somebody else is going to be on the other side waiting for you to carry you over to the next phase of your journey. But the thing is, the Lovers card in reverse is simply saying that you spent your entire life looking for love, not realizing that that love wasn't going to come because that love was always in you. You didn't need somebody else to wait on the other side. You just needed you. And I remember you commenting a couple of weeks ago about, your journey and, what you decide. Could I had you guys do like a thing where you tell me where you want to be in your life? Like if you had all the money in the world, where you be positioned in the world? And you specifically chose a farmland. And now it makes a lot more sense now why you chose that farmland. Because farmland is a place of peace. It's a place of solitude. It's a place where animals are in together in community, but it also is a place where animals eventually live out the rest of their happy days. At least for some animals, not for all. But for you, you're living out your happy days. You are like one of those animals on the farm. Although it doesn't appear like you're on the farm right now, but the feeling, the sensation is very similar. It's uncanny. And it's followed by the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is upright. The Ten of Pentacles is simply saying that the next generation, I feel like you have wisdom to share. You have wisdom to share. Hello, Oxford Cat. How are you, my love? You have wisdom. Spirit's not saying for you to stop spreading that wisdom. If I were you, I would take the initiative now to start telling people how you feel innately, what things you want to say, the things you wish you could have done. But I tell you right now, your wisdom, the thing that you learn from this lifetime, will help somebody else because you are going to be in service of somebody else. You're going to help them, and that's going to help you along your purpose, your journey, your path. You're going to help somebody by allowing yourself to be able to be truthful, to be honest about your path and what you learned, and how somebody else cannot make the same mistake as you did. Because you have here, you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse means I don't think there is an heir. I don't think that there is like children or anybody who could carry on that legacy. I think that you are the last of your family lineage, at least specifically directly related to you. I don't think that there is anybody after you. I don't get that sensation. But I get that your wisdom carries on. People remember your story. People remember who you are, and that's your purpose. Your purpose doesn't begin when you're alive. Your purpose begins when when you have died, when you have a legacy that is being cemented. Your legacy cements when you allow your wisdom to speak. You have here, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. The Four of Cups in reverse, you had options, you had time to go, and you have places and death-like encounters in your life, specifically five, where like oftentimes more than not, you feel like there's Five of Cups. Well, there's Four of Cups, but it's five opportunities of death. You avoided them all. You could have went early. You could have took the easy way out, but you chose to stay. You chose to experience the pain, and for that, you're being rewarded for it. But in order to receive that reward, you need to be able to relay your wisdom, to spread what you know. I know you like writing, so why not write it out? Even if no one reads it, eventually somebody will. Maybe you could have been a hidden author. You never know unless you try. But you are transitioning. You're in that phase right now. I'm getting 83. 83. Yeah, maybe that might be the year you were born. Might be your age. I don't know. But maybe 83 months, maybe 83 days, 83 weeks. I don't know exactly. But 83 is what I got. You also have here as well, you have the Three of Cups. I know right now you are shocked. I'm seeing you very shocked in my third eye, and rightfully so. You are shocked. And you're going to be shocked before October. Something is coming in your life that's going to shock you. And it's going to be the Three of Cups reverse. Yeah, the Three of Cups reverse. Something is coming for you in the background. And here you have underneath that is Spirit telling you to breathe. To breathe. Now that you know that you are at that end, you're at that phase, you can now breathe and say, I can now enjoy the rest of my life. You've been free of the burden of not knowing when it's going to happen. And now you can start thinking about how you can to live and continue to live as if you are in the present. Right? It says awareness of the breath is the key to the continual movement of life and your connection with the spirit. Being mindful of your breath helps you to remain in the present, bringing clarity of thought, tolerance, and patience. It can benefit your overall well-being and help your mediumship development. In mediumship, your breath is a powerful tool. It's important to remain aware of your breath at all times. to preserve and sustain a strong and clear link with spirit, finding solitude in the stillness, right? And anything else that you want to add? Oh, yes. Okay, the bottom of the deck, you have here replenish your energy. Replenish your energy. You might be tired right now. Take the rest that you need, and everything will all be okay. On the top of the deck, here, your master mediumship. You have just become more psychic. You notice how this doorway is opening? It means you are starting to experience the end. But your psychic abilities is not to go unnoticed. You're going to become more psychically in tune, more psychically aware of your surroundings, of who you are and who you're with as you get to your wit's end. And with that knowledge, with that information, you'll be able to help the people who need it because the veil will be so thin. You will simultaneously be between the physical and the spiritual world together before you finally leave the body for good. And the last card here is symbols. The sign. I think you might have been born in Mars or you might have had Iris ancestry. But the symbols are there. The symbols are resonating. It's actually interesting how, like, I said that this is for more than one collective. I don't know why, but maybe there's somebody out there who needed to hear this message too. Maybe they are going through the same thing that you are going through, James. So I just want you to know you're not alone. Did I plan for this reading? No. I don't think I ever told somebody on any live stream, any personal reading, that they are now starting to transition phase onto the next path, the next journey. But I want you to know that congratulations, they chose you. And you know how hard it is to be chosen, especially as a human being before they even passed away, that they've been chosen to lead and to guide somebody else in the journey. Very rare. Very rare. So whatever you're doing, James, just know that you're making an impact. And you're about to make an even bigger one. And you're about to come back in a spiritual flesh. And you're about to help somebody else's life. I'm telling you, you can always come to me and I can always help you as well. Even when you're confused, when you're not understanding things, I'm still here. I will always be here, whether through life and death. Right? And we have some people here that said they love you and they support you, James, and stuff like that. And I'm not going to ask you if this reading resonates with you, because I feel like that would be kind of rude to ask. So I'm not going to ask you if it resonates. I don't think anybody wants to, what's it called? Acknowledge that somebody just literally told them that they're on the verge of passing away. I don't think anybody wants to acknowledge that. And rightfully so. Is there any last final question or personal readings anybody wants to hear? I'll give you guys a minute and then we'll end today's live chat. Give you guys a minute or two, whatever. Go ahead. What your question? I need to put the actual cards in the deck. While we're waiting, I'm going to give myself a personal reading. Never done it live before. Actually, I did. I only did it one. We're going to do another one. I'm going to do a personal reading for myself. Willingly this time. Not being forced by anybody. I'm going to do it willingly. Spirit Angel, tell me, give me a personal reading. What message do I need to know right at this time? And if anybody resonates with me very closely, this also might be a message for you as well. What else do I need to know, Spirit, about me? Paperclip is very excited for this personal reading for me. Okay. What message do you have, Spirit, for me? Why are all these cards reversed? Of course, Debbie. Oh, It's all reversed because I actually had the deck entirely reversed. I forgot that it's new. Okay. Thank you. All right. Final outcome for me. What did I need to know? Duality. Okay. Top of the deck and bottom of the deck. And it's still somehow reversed. Okay. We have moving here, moving up. Okay. That's the bottom of the deck for me. The top of the deck means home base. So I guess I'm moving home. So something is the foundation is changing for me. Yeah, I'm changing. It said careers on the rise, new offers and opportunities, salary increase. Home is the hub of the soul. It's the safest place you can be. That means I'm rising. That means my life is changing now. Here's fruits of the labor I'm about to receive for the work and effort that I've been putting into everything that I'm doing in my life. We have here, they're telling me to remain flexible. Right here, it said adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, and adaptation, change that ends up changing your entire life. Yeah, I'm just seeing this again. Okay. Anything else? Let me just shuffle this one more time. And then we'll do the reading for me. Ending. So something is ending in my life, a cycle. What is ending? We have here my savings. Well, that's lovely. That's lovely. So what, I lose money? LOL, that's funny. Okay, what's the bottom deck? We have here limitations. Feeling limited. Fear and doubt limits freedom of action. Why am I feeling doubtful? Why am I feeling this way? We have here a new beginning. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm doubtful that I don't want to see what possibilities and plausibilities are on the horizon for me. Okay. The next card here, we have vacation in reverse. Vacation in reverse. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. It's reverse. It's saying that I need to go on vacation. It means I need to be able to take time to be able to just sit back, relax, and just enjoy life and not always be working constantly. We have your authority, challenge in that. They're saying that my career path, the center of where I'm meant to be, is one where I'm able to lead when I am relaxed. When I feel like I don't have to constantly work for the next paycheck, where I can just be me, 100% me, truthfully, and with that also flows creativity. It's challenged by the authority and not in a negative way. It means take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you, be confident. It means to allow myself to be able to accept positions and accept, you know, resources that allow me to be stress free. To be stress free. James just responded, my heart is bursting with gratitude. I will be 92 in August. Your words resonate deeply. I'm going to miss you, James, but we'll enjoy the time that we have together while you're still here. We also have here as well, we have Guardian Angel. All these cards are technically upright, but they're reversed because it's a new deck. We have here Guardian Angel, okay. Followed by Opportunity. So I'm going to meet somebody who's going to be like coincidental, like somebody who's going to be like a coincidence, and they're just going to appear out of nowhere and going to provide me an opportunity. And there will be success. There will be success in this. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it, get what you want. It's saying to just continue going after what I want and to keep desiring it because I will achieve it. I will achieve it. And it's interesting because the opportunity relies online. And this person, this woman, is in her desk right now doing her work online, like I am doing right this very second. And it's followed by the three cards coming in clutches. It's followed by looking, have an eye for the beauty and uncover the hidden charm. I mean, I didn't see the eye, but it looks like a lizard. It looks like a lizard. And it's followed by winning. Looking for the win, because you don't need the win. You don't need to look for the win because I am the win. They come forward with the perfect fit. I didn't have to find a job because the job is created within me. Dude, whatever it is that I'm doing, whatever path I'm meant to be on, that opportunity to come and body guardian angel, what had always been for me, and I can only be the only one that can do it because it's the only role that could ever be done by me. It becomes the perfect fit. At the top of the deck, you have here partnership. Partnership, duality, followed by fact changes. When I start to merge, when I start to understand myself, what I am right now, I'm understanding myself very clearly. When I start to accept the inner child, the little me, and the version of me right now, and to merge the two together, fact changes begin. When I start to accept the good version of me, the light, with the shadow, fast changes happen. It's the duality. It's understanding that one of them needs to be honored and the other one needs to be ignored. When you merge two together, you become whole. And with that, you receive a partnership. There's a connection that's coming. The connection. I don't know exactly what it is, but my life is changing. And I always felt this way. And I guess the cards are saying it here as well. It is saying that very clear as day. All right, so Kyle and Octa want to read in. So we'll give you guys cards. Give me like a second, and then we'll give you guys some readings. How do you guys feel though about this personal reading? I know that it's for me, but do you feel like this is how you felt? Do you feel like there's something different? I know some of you guys are tarot card readers. You guys do pendulums and all those fun stuff. Maybe some of you guys are intuitive. Who knows? I'm just curious. I'm just going to ask one more question if you don't mind. For this collective and me specifically speaking, Spirit, what message do you have for me? What role do I play? Okay, I guess they're telling me not to ask this. You have your closed door, wrong decision. Okay, so that means I'm not gonna push it. We're just gonna move on to the next question. All right. Kyle. Hi, Crash. Do you have a message for me? I have more going on than I can handle right now. Kyle, hope you're still here. I think you are on pot now. No, I'm not on pot. I don't even smoke pot. Okay, Kyle. Hi, Chris. Do you have a message for me? I have more going on than I can handle right now. Hmm. First thing I'm noticing is your face. You like to hide yourself. Oh, you mean spot on. Okay, got it. Thank you. Kyle, you like to hide yourself a lot. I notice. You like to hide yourself. You don't like to be seen, even when you're out in public. You're always hiding behind something. You have a mask. You have a face that you like to hide. Let me see if I have the perfect deck for you for that. Did I ever order that deck? I don't know. Just a good deck for him. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get this one. Let's do this. And then we'll go from there. See if there's anything else for you. Okay. So we have two decks. We have your breakthroughs, common, at least that's what it's called. And we have this brand new deck, which is called Pink Oracle deck. We're going to use both. I feel like you need a little bit of pink in your life. I feel like you're around a lot more men than you are around women. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you can tell me whether that's true or yes, just let me know. But I feel like you're around men more than you are around women, and so that like it almost tells me like you're not in touch with your feminine side. This is pretty. Look at that. Okay. It's okay. It's okay if you have dyslexia. We all have our things. Like for me earlier, I could not understand what some people were writing. I had to like sit for a moment and think about it. Okay. We'll have so much garbage on the table later. So much to clean. All right. All right, let's see. Ooh, there's like some cute cards. Look at how gorgeous that is. All right, let's see. For Kyle, Spirit, what message do you have for Kyle? No. Okay. We're gonna break this up. I feel like they're all too close to each other because these type of cards are kind of stuck. Okay. We have the snake come out for you, which means that you might have somebody who is betraying you. You might have somebody who's betraying you right now. And it is part of the issue that you're experiencing. There's betrayal here. Kyle, I hope you're still here and can you respond? Okay. Spirit Angel, tell me about Kyle. Tell me about what you need him to know right now. What message do you have for Kyle? Okay, you have rats, revenge, cross. Okay. Inaction, harmony. I wonder if you're a Scorpio. If you have here, Spirit is telling you to relax, to stay calm, to just sit back and just collect your thoughts. Just collect your thoughts. Don't think too much on it. Just sit back and relax. The top deck here is effort. We need to start making an effort in something. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, Spirit is saying to pursue what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. Pursue what you want to do. That's the effort card. That's the top of the deck. What is the middle half of the deck? We have here Labyrinth. Your life is like a puzzle. Sometimes you will go in this maze and you will find a closed door, but it doesn't mean you give up. It just means you go backwards and you try again. You go a different path until you find your way out. You are meant to go through a puzzle. You are changing and shifting and navigating the bridges. You're meant to go as a journey. This is the path. This is your life. Your life is the labyrinth. You will always be in that predicament. You will always be in that way. And if life wasn't like that for you, you would be dead. I'm just being honest with you. Because your life was designed to be this way to begin with. It has always been that way for you. And it will always remain that way for you. It's not saying it's a punishment, but it's telling you to learn how to live with it, how to embody and how to use it to your advantage. Because the card that comes in is the rat. And it means insatiable, tendency to hide or conceal and thieve. Which is essentially what I just talked about with you. I just said that your photo looks like you like to hide things. So that means you're hiding something. But there's holes in the cheese. There's holes in the cheese. Here is followed by revenge. Desire for revenge, the wish to punish, holding a grudge. This is what you want. This is what you feel in the moment. You've had somebody rat you out, somebody says something, somebody backstabbed you, you had a betrayal, and now you want revenge. And here you have the cross. Religious beliefs, spirituality, surrender prayers, the battle between good and evil. You have a battle going on inside you. You're the church, you're the temple. You have to constantly choose every single day whether you should listen to the dark voice, the shadow version of you, or listen to the light. But the thing is, the truth is, the reality is for you, we need to listen to both. You need to merge both. Don't listen to the light and just listen to the dark. Hear both sides and say, where's the compromise? Where's the middle ground? Where is me in the truth of both? Where am I in the reality of both situations? Underneath the rat and the revenge, you have inaction. With this betrayal that has stopped you, you sat here wondering what the hell just happened. Right? That's the inaction. The revenge and the cross, when you choose to see yourself at the temple, to not allow yourself to have these thoughts, to have this negativity, you experience harmony instead. This is a duality for you. Spirit is simply telling you you have a choice here. You could choose to embody that negative energy, that lower vibrational revenge state of mindset, and it causes you to be halted in every aspect of your life. Like things just aren't working out. You have no longer opportunities. Things that once came in for you that benefited you have been gone because of this mindset. Because you're no longer in alignment with what's best for you. Or you can see the revenge as a way to align with the shadow and the light and to find yourself in the middle. And with that, you will experience harmony. You find that ground and pure. You find that ability to understand where you are and why you're in this predicament to begin with. Where's your other deck? Oh, there it is. You're going what we call through the dark night of the soul. Right? For Brenda, if you're soliciting, you're allowed to take up space. That's for you, Brenda. Speak your dreams out loud. Be honest. Be honest. Turn the page. They're saying, yes, it happened. Yes, it hurt you. But doesn't mean you have to be in this energy. Doesn't mean you have to accept it. But just to acknowledge that it happened. That there's nothing you can do to change it. But you are writing the next chapter. What you choose to fixate on will determine your next course of your future, whether or not good things come to you or bad things come to you. What else? You have here, stop playing small. It's reverse. Sometimes you need to be small for a little while so you can focus on yourself. This is not telling you to step away from the limelight, to say that you need to hide. Instead, this is telling you to go from within and allow yourself the space, the solitude to find yourself. Right now, I feel like you are trying to figure out who you are. Who is Kyle really? You're going through an identity crisis. At the bottom of the deck, you have here let it be messy. It's reverse. You need to allow to accept all the clutter, all the things in your life, all that mindset, all those thoughts, all those ideas, just to let it be. Just let it be. Because you never know what one of them might sprout an opportunity. It might just be the thing that helps you in the end. Stop worrying about what you can't control. Just let it be messy. Let it blossom. Let the pollinators go. Let it all flourish. Because your big dream starts now, not later. Now. Start climbing to the moon. What's behind me? The moon. Climb to the moon. What's the ironic part is that the clouds and the specific deck blend seamlessly into my background. You're here because you're meant to understand that you need to start pursuing your dreams. You need to start doing it. I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. And here it is that ironically, this other side is split. You are the magic. The magic is always in you. I'm also feeling like you feel this way. You see this. And Spirit wants you to know it's time for you to take that leap. To take the leap. You have a lot of good things coming to you. I don't see the issue. But you need to take some time to rest and then to rise. The lotus doesn't come out of the water immediately after being planted. It takes a germination cycle, it takes a seeding moment. When something is seeded in the ground, it doesn't just automatically sprout. It takes time. The growth and the time will pass anyway. And it's going to be fruitful. It's going to provide. Don't rush time. You're like a tomato plant in particularly. Maybe you're Italian. You're like a tomato plant. Allow the plant to grow from baby little sprout all the way to a massive beefsteak tomato. You will harvest when your time is right. Don't rush the process. If you cut the tomato plant before the end of the season, you will get no harvest. Just because it doesn't look like it's growing anything at the moment doesn't mean that it's not growing something. When you don't see things growing on the outside of the plant, that doesn't mean it's not growing roots on the inside. You are setting your foundation. When you don't see growth in your life, normally the growth is happening within. That's the roots. When you start to see growth happen in the physical, that is the plant growing taller, more fruitful. You're like a plant. You need to grow from inside first to allow the body, the foundation, to grow the plant tall, so then it can be able to produce the fruit. That's you, Kyle. Or Kyler. I should have actually called you Kyler because you have an R at the end. Yeah. Okay. You said here, wow, you were so spot on. I'm a little delayed because I'm watching on my TV, but I can only comment from my phone. I've been transitioning from female to male for over the last 4 years. I was betrayed too. Congratulations. Really happy for you. If there's anything I can do to help support you in your process, let me know. And thank you for sharing something so personal with your life with me. It's an honor. You're very welcome. Okay, we have one last person. One last person. Oxford Cat. You have a question for you. Chris, can you do an oracle card for us this coming week? You mean like for you, Oxford? You mean like for everybody who's watching this video? So I assume us means everybody, not just you. My neck is killing me. Oh my God. I'm waiting for Oxford to respond. That's all. Is it for you, Oxford, or is it for the collective? I feel like I lost cards. The cards are missing from this deck. There's a lot lighter than normal. I might be going crazy. Who knows? Okay. Let's see. What message do we have for the collective? Ooh, okay. Let's do this. It's for the collective? Okay, thank you. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 separate cards. It's going to be pick a card. I want you to kind of like close your eyes right now. Just breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. And slowly exhale. I want you to do this until I tell you to open your eyes. So keep your eyes closed. Oh, I don't need those. What messages do you have for my collective that's watching this right now? What messages do you have for my collective that's watching this for right now? What messages do you have for my collective that's watching this right now? What message do you have for this collective that's watching right now? Okay. Hello, Taurus. How are you, my love? Last and final card. The last group. Keep breathing. Keep closing your eyes. Keep inhaling and exhaling. I will tell you when to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Okay, so they're telling me that this bottom of the deck, actually I grabbed two messages. This is for the collective. So there's 2 of these that are meant for the collective overall. And then each one is a category that you're going to pick. Category 1, Category 2, Category 3. Okay? So this is for everybody. These are for those of you guys who pick a certain one. All right? So you have 2 messages. The first one that came out was unlock your magic. Okay, this is a message from the universe, from spirit. And this one is hope floats. Okay. I almost just struggling to read that. Okay, let me read it to you. Okay, dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dream and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and to put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. We are loving you so much. Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and changed upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous. We know that this is okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it, or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help you steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventures. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember that what philosopher Joseph Campbell said: take one step towards the gods, and they will take 10 towards you. We are all doing the destiny's cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. That is the collective message for all of you. This is like kind of like a culmination of everything we've been talking about in this live reading. And it's actually beautiful because it's like a homage to like James. It's a homage to all of you. It's telling you to continue forward, to not give up, and to dance as if there is no tomorrow. You never know. But to not give up. So we have three quadrants. And the way this is going to work is that you are going to just close your eyes. You're going to breathe in and breathe out. And I want you to think for a moment a number from 1 to 35. Think of a number 1 to 35. Okay, I want you to pop it into the live chat or in the comment section whenever you decide to watch this video. Then I'm going to tell you the margin range for each of this card, and that will be the card for you. Okay, I'll give you a moment. All right, you'll have a minute or so. Silver. Hi, I'm so happy to have caught you live. I've been watching you for about 8 months. You're one of my trusted tarot card readers. Thank you, Silver. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your love and support and appreciation and helping out the channel in every way. And thank you for catching the live. I'm really happy I was able to hear from you. So it really makes me happy. So thank you. And I hope that I was able to make an impact on your life. And I hope to see you more often. Don't be afraid to have a comment because we have a community here. And I hope that, you're able to feel confident enough to be able to express yourself. So listen, I love everybody here. I would love to know about you too. All right. All right, let's do this. All right, so Brenda said 16. Silver said 24. Scary Harpy said 33. And Oxford said 21. All right. Actually, let's see. I want to add those numbers up. Let's add those numbers up. 16 plus 24 plus 33 plus 21. It is 94 with 9 plus 4. Probably 3, if I guess right. I haven't done math. It's 13. 13 is a lucky number. 13 is a lucky number in, I think, Asia, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Asia. Asia is 13. 13 is a lucky number. Some of you guys might be actually be born on the 13th. And I'm also seeing July 13th specifically. So maybe keep a note out what's happening for your life around July 13th. Something is happening for some of you. Not all of you, but some of you are going to be experiencing something on July 13th that's going to change your life. All right, I hate saying vague things, but that's just literally what I got, so I'm just going to go with it. I'm also hungry, and I know you guys are hungry too, so I'm going to shut up and continue. All right, so I think what did I say, 1 to 35? Yeah, something like that. Okay, this is 1 to 24. If you pick between the numbers of 1 to 24, this is your deck. For anybody who picked 35 to 19, this is your deck. And this is a card for anybody between 1 The 1 to 13 is what I'm getting. 1 to 13. Okay, remember that, because I'm not going to remember in a moment. I just forgot what these two numbers are. You want if you need to, because I don't remember. Okay. Hello, my love. Welcome. You must be new. Okay, so for the first one, for those of you guys who were given this first card, let's read it to you. What's your message? Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously. Hold on, that makes no sense to me. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. So it almost feels like for me, like you guys are going through a problem, specifically revolving around feeling like you aren't able to do something, or people just doesn't understand what you can do, or that you made a mistake and then that they're judging you for that mistake. But the thing is that mistake over time, people forget. They don't remember what you made. They don't remember that mistake, but you do, because you remember how people reacted. You don't remember what you did, but you remember how people reacted, and therefore that's ingrained in your brain. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change the things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying that burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. And that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life will be like without the burden that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Ironically, on my TikTok channel is exactly what I spoke about today. Go to check out Celestial and Beyond Tarot on YouTube. That is actually my other YouTube channel. This actually might help you. That's a message directly correlated to that. Okay, we're going to do this one. Actually, we're going to do the middle one. So whoever was given this one as a message, this is your message today. Thank you, Taurus. This is actually a flamingo. I figured somebody needed their spirit animal here alive. Okay. Dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that, essentially, all is well. Of course, you have of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want you to keep thinking, and they have a less frantic quality. They are stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep your inner eye on your thoughts? That's the question the spirit is really asking you. Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them. Love yourself. And then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Excuse me. Love them. Love yourself. And then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so very much. This one is literally telling you to I've seen 0110. But anyway, besides the point, this is essentially telling you to be very mindful of what you think and what you put out into the universe, because you will just receive exactly that. You are a manifester, so if you have chosen this card, or the card was chosen for you, be very careful what you're thinking, because you are about to experience that reality. So just be mindful. What's the next card? This is the last and final card. So if this was chosen to you, this is for you. I'm going to read it to you. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too. In case of earthquakes, we just talked about earthquakes on the channel. Since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes, a good solid foundation, and you have flexibility too. In case of earthquakes, truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. Whether it's an idea that takes form from one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation. Dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and solid foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come and visit. We are so happy for you and so intrigued by what you are building. So for those of you guys who have been given this specific card, this is essentially a message for you about like the delay in your life where you're feeling like things are just not amounting to anything. There's not automatic gratification or automatic success. This is literally just telling you at this very moment in time, it's just to allow yourself just to like be in the present, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to feel things, to see things, to embody certain things. That is what this is simply telling you. It's telling you to just allow yourself to be unshakable. When you focus on building the baby steps, one little bit at a time, it compounds. Essentially, what I'm telling you now is to do what I do. Improve 1% of your body, improve 1% of your day every single day. What's 1%? That's it. That's all I ask, 1%. At the end of the year, that's 365% improvement from the last year prior. Little things at the time may seem insignificant, but over time they compound, they grow, it gets larger. You are building something, and Spirit is telling you to do a site check on your life. Ask yourself, where are the cracks? Where am I leaking? What are areas that need some fixing? Fix those areas. Because something is coming for you that's going to help you, that's going to propel you. But it can only propel you when the foundation has been secured, has been finalized, has been grown, and something building can be built on it. Worry about the foundation, build that foundation, grow that foundation, protect that foundation, and allow it to build slowly, effortlessly. You may not see the growth in increment, but in time you will. You will see that growth. People are going to help you. They're going to help you. Just let it flow naturally. Don't force it. Don't force an outcome that isn't meant to be. Because remember, if just say, for example, you have a cement grounding, right? And you're building this foundation and it's still wet, the concrete. And you're like, oh my God, we have to build this machine. We have to build it. We have a time limit. We have about 30 days to build this building. And the foundation hasn't been fully done, curating and solidifying. What happens to that building? Sinks. Because the foundation hasn't been fully strengthened. You went from building foundation to straight into building the infrastructure. Time is your best friend for this collective. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you. Hope it all resonating with you. And thank you guys for watching and participating in today's live. And thank you so much for your love and support and helping this channel along this entire journey from being where we are now, from where we originally started. I never imagined in a million years this is where I would be, and meeting so many great, lovely people and really making an impact on your life one step at a time. Thank you all, and thank you for participating and coming to the 1000 video celebration. I will see you guys soon at the next live stream. Not now, it's going to be within an hour or so, maybe tomorrow, maybe after like, yeah, I would say probably tomorrow. I'm going to do another live stream. And it will be a 1000 video celebration for a political reading. So definitely put down your notes. Definitely hit the, what's it called, the notification button. Be notified when I am live. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Until then, I love you. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. And congratulations to all of you. And thank you for our community. It really did not go unnoticed. Love you. Bye.